Welcome back to Mindful Stoicism. Today, we're diving into something deeply personal, yet universally relatable. The feeling of being someone's second choice. Have you ever felt like you're just lingering in the background of someone's life, waiting for them to prioritize you while their attention is elsewhere? Maybe you've gone out of your way to be there for them, only to realize they don't value your presence as much as you hoped. It's frustrating, isn't it? It makes you question your worth, your choices, and even your place in their life. But here's the truth you need to hear. You don't have to remain an option. The principles of Stoicism teach us that our worth isn't defined by how others perceive us, but by how we carry ourselves. By adopting a Stoic mindset, you can reclaim your power and transform yourself into someone they not only notice, but can't ignore. This isn't about manipulating or chasing them. It's about becoming so confident, grounded, and self-assured that they naturally gravitate toward you. Stoicism also provides us with tools to manage our emotions and master self-control, which are essential in relationships. When you stop reacting out of fear or desperation, and instead approach every interaction with calm and purpose, you become magnetic. You become the person others look up to, admire, and desire to have in their life, not just as an option, but as their only choice. So, stay with me through this video, because by the end you'll understand exactly how to shift this dynamic. You'll learn how to stop chasing validation and start living with intention. And when you do, something incredible happens. They'll stop treating you like an option and start treating you like a priority. Let's get started. 1. The problem why you're an option. Let's start by confronting an uncomfortable truth. If you're treated as an option, it's because you've allowed it to happen. Harsh, maybe. But recognizing this is the first step toward change. The reality is that people value what feels scarce, unique, and irreplaceable. If you've positioned yourself as overly available, overly eager, or overly reliant on their approval, you've unintentionally signaled to them that your presence isn't a privilege, it's a given. Think about it. When you prioritize someone above everything else, showering them with attention and energy, but they don't reciprocate, you're showing them that they hold all the power. They see you as someone who will always be there, no matter how little they give in return. And the more predictable your presence, the more they take it for granted. This is human psychology at work. People naturally chase what feels elusive and value what feels earned. But it's not just about their actions, it's also about your mindset. If you see yourself as less than, or believe you need to prove your worth, this insecurity will seep into your interactions. Instead of commanding respect, you're unknowingly inviting others to undervalue you. It's a cycle, and unless you break it, you'll remain stuck as an option instead of becoming the priority you deserve to be. The good news is this: you have the power to change how others perceive you. By embracing Stoicism, you can reframe your mindset, regain control of your emotions, and redefine your relationships. It's time to stop overgiving and over-explaining, and instead start setting boundaries and showing that your time and presence are valuable. The moment you reclaim your power is the moment you begin transforming from an option into their only choice. 2. Master emotional detachment. To transform from an option to someone's only choice, mastering emotional detachment is absolutely crucial. It may sound counterintuitive at first, especially when emotions run high in relationships, but the truth is, emotional detachment is not about disconnecting from your feelings. It's about freeing yourself from letting those feelings control your actions and decisions. This is one of the most powerful Stoic principles, and it can completely change how others see you. Emotional detachment means you stop desperately seeking someone's approval or validation. It's about not being swayed by their actions, words, or behaviors. Stoicism teaches us that we have control over our reactions, but we don't have control over others. When you understand and accept this, you stop relying on external validation to feel secure in who you are. When you no longer feel the need to chase after someone's attention, you automatically become more attractive. This is because you shift your energy from being reactive, constantly waiting for their next move, to being proactive, focused on your own growth and well-being. In relationships, this is a game changer. People are naturally drawn to those who are calm, collected, and unbothered by the ups and downs of emotional tides. Emotional detachment makes you appear strong, self-sufficient, and in control of your life. And when others see that you are emotionally self-sufficient, they will respect you more and begin to value your presence. But detachment doesn't mean indifference or coldness. Instead, it means understanding that your emotional stability does not depend on how others treat you. When you detach emotionally, you can approach relationships from a place of clarity and strength, without allowing fear or desperation to dictate your actions. This makes you less predictable and more in control, which ultimately makes you their only choice, because they see you as someone who cannot be swayed by their indifference or neglect. 3. Build an unshakable identity. In the quest to become someone's first choice, it's crucial to understand one fundamental truth. You must first become your own priority. This is where building an unshakable identity comes in. When you have a strong sense of who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going in life, you stop relying on others for validation and start radiating a confidence that naturally attracts respect and admiration. An unshakable identity is rooted in self-awareness. It's about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, your values, and your purpose in life. It's about understanding that you don't need anyone else to define your worth. When you can confidently stand on your own, independent of external validation, you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who are self-assured and know exactly who they are. This concept aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that the key to a peaceful, fulfilling life is to align ourselves with our inner virtues rather than external circumstances. When you develop this inner clarity, you no longer seek approval from others because you've already found it within yourself. You stop playing games and start living authentically. Building this kind of identity also involves purposeful action. It's not just about having a clear sense of who you are, but also about living according to that understanding. Take care of your body, sharpen your mind, pursue your passions, and show up consistently as the person you want to be. By doing so, you start to naturally exude a level of confidence that others can't help but notice. When you embody this unshakable identity, you won't have to chase anyone. You'll attract the right people who value you for the person you truly are, and that's when you become their only choice. 4. Give without expecting. One of the most powerful principles in Stoicism is the concept of giving without expecting anything in return. This might sound counterintuitive in a world where so many actions are transactional, but there's immense strength in practicing selfless generosity, especially in relationships. When you give, whether it's your time, attention, affection, or support, without the expectation of reciprocation, you show that your value isn't dependent on what you receive back. This shift in mindset is transformative. In Stoicism, we learn that external validation, praise, or rewards should never be the driving force behind our actions. Instead, we focus on living virtuously and aligning with our own values. By doing so, we become genuinely present for others, not out of need, but out of a sense of inner fulfillment and purpose. Giving without expecting creates a profound sense of freedom. When you aren't looking for immediate returns, there's no pressure to force outcomes or manipulate situations. This authenticity is magnetic. People can sense when your actions are motivated by selflessness, and it naturally draws them closer to you. Whether you're offering a kind gesture, listening intently, or providing emotional support, people appreciate and value your presence far more when it comes from a place of genuine care rather than expectation. However, it's important to note that giving doesn't mean allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. Stoicism teaches us to maintain boundaries and act with wisdom. You should give freely, but always in alignment with your principles. By doing this, you demonstrate that your strength comes from within, and that you're not dependent on others to feel valued or fulfilled. In the long run, this makes you more attractive and desirable, not because you're seeking approval, but because you're truly grounded in your own worth. 5. Create mystery and exclusivity. In relationships, one of the most powerful tools you can use to make yourself irresistible is the element of mystery. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand, to what feels unique and elusive. When you put everything on display, when you're too open or too available, it can actually lessen your value in the eyes of others. The key is to create a sense of exclusivity. When others feel like they don't have complete access to you, they begin to desire that access more intensely. Mystery doesn't mean playing games or being dishonest. It means not revealing every detail of who you are, what you feel, or what's going on in your life all the time. Stoicism teaches us to maintain control over our emotions and our energy. By choosing when and how much to reveal, you remain in control of the narrative. Think of it this way. When you give too much away too quickly, there's nothing left for others to discover. But when you hold some parts of yourself back, you leave room for curiosity and intrigue. Exclusivity plays into this as well. You want to be someone others can't easily replicate or replace. This doesn't mean you should play hard to get or appear indifferent, but rather that you maintain a sense of self-worth and personal boundaries. When people realize that you're not just available to anyone at any time, they start to see you as someone who is valuable, someone who has earned their attention. This shifts the dynamic from them considering you as just an option to seeing you as the only choice. When you balance mystery with exclusivity, you create an undeniable aura around you. People won't just want to be around you, they'll crave it. 6. Demonstrate inner strength. Inner strength is one of the most powerful traits that can make you stand out in any relationship. But what does inner strength really mean? It's not about being physically imposing or always being the loudest voice in the room. It's about emotional and mental resilience. It's about how you handle adversity, how you carry yourself when the world feels like it's falling apart, and how you remain unshaken when everyone else is in chaos. In relationships, showing inner strength makes you incredibly attractive. It signals to others that you're someone they can rely on, someone who doesn't crumble at the first sign of difficulty. Think about it. When someone faces challenges with grace, poise, and clarity, it's hard not to be drawn to them. This is the type of energy that makes people want to be around you and depend on you, because they know you have a sense of stability that they can trust. Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges, to see them as opportunities for growth, not obstacles. By mastering this mindset, you become someone who welcomes adversity rather than runs from it. When things go wrong, instead of reacting impulsively or panicking, you take a step back, breathe, and think about how best to handle the situation. This response not only helps you maintain your peace of mind, but it also shows others that you're in control of your emotions and decisions. People are naturally drawn to those who demonstrate inner strength because they feel secure in their presence. You don't need to seek validation or approval. Your strength speaks for itself. And when you embody this inner power, others will begin to see you as someone irreplaceable, someone they can't afford to lose, making you their top priority rather than an option. 7. The ultimate outcome, becoming their only choice. When you master these principles, something incredible happens. You stop chasing and they start choosing. You radiate a confidence and self-assurance that's impossible to ignore. You become more than an option. You become their only choice. This transformation isn't about manipulation. It's about stepping into your true power and living with purpose. If you're ready to take control of your relationships and live life on your terms, subscribe to Mindful Stoicism. Remember, you are the architect of your own value. Make them choose you every single time.